When the narc hoovers you, they are missing anything and everything you were doing for them. The sex, the money, the gifts, the cooking, any superficial or non-superficial things that you were giving to them. They don't miss you and the core of who you are. They do not think or operate in the way that we operate when we genuinely miss somebody. When they hoover you, they are missing the things that you were doing for them, the sex you were giving them, anything they were getting out of the relationship. That's what they miss. They do not miss you. Please do not confuse their obsessive texting and calling, email, social media, whatever method they're using to contact you. They're not missing you. They just want to get whatever they can get out of you. Also, the narc gets off on control. So aside from the things that you were giving to the narc, you were giving them supply. So they miss having a person who they were emotionally torturing. They miss the emotional torture they were causing. They miss making you cry. They miss making you upset. They miss the control that they had over you. They miss looking at you and knowing, I'm confusing the hell out of this person. They like that. They like knowing that at some point you were manipulated by them. So a lot of times they might not be calling you because they want sex or money or material things. Sometimes they just want to get that supply. They want to play with your mind again. They want to make you upset and make you cry. They want to hear your frustration over the phone. These people are sick. They like to be able to emotionally control another person. They like to be able to hurt another person. So sometimes they just need that hit. When they're calling you, they want to see how upset you are or how upset they can get you. A lot of times, the narc, when they're hoovering you, they don't even want to get back with you. They don't want the relationship back. They just want the power. They want to feel that power again of being able to manipulate you, control you, and play with your emotions. They might just want to get you upset that day. They might just want to, cause frustration that will make you cry. They might just want to do that. It's not always because they want you back. A lot of times they just want to play with you. They want to toy with you emotionally. But when they do want you back, when they claim they want their relationship back, it's because they want that control. They want to be able to have you where they once had you. See, when you go no contact and when you get your independence back and when you feel better, when you start to look better, when the narc knows that, wait a minute, this person is not under my control anymore. This person is free. This person is independent. This person looks like they're strong again. They don't like that. They want to go back to you and they want to put you back where you were, in your place, beneath them. They want to control you again. That is one of the biggest motivators that gets them to hoover, because they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see the glow that you've had since the breakup. When you go no contact and you gather your strength and you start to feel better, to look better, to give that sense of strength You know, because we all do. When you go no contact with an narc for a long time, you build yourself. And it's noticeable. You feel it and others see it. Like, whoa, this person is glowing. That narc free glow. It's that narc free glow that you have. And they want to rob you of that glow. They want to put you back where you were months ago or years ago. Because sometimes the narc, you know, it takes them a couple of months to come back, but sometimes they come back even years later. After dealing with a narc, you then understand the games that they play and how oftentimes the discard had nothing to do with them having another supply. Sometimes the narc will discard you because they want to get a reaction. Sometimes when the narc senses that you have gotten too strong for them, they weaken you, or they try to weaken you by threatening to leave. And they do that with the purpose of making you upset, making you sad, making you angry, but also because in most of the time, that makes people want to chase even harder. See, a lot of people like myself, you can't do that. Because if you tell me you're going to go, I'm going to let you go. So the narc cannot push everybody the same way. But a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people, when someone that they love and care about threatens to leave, they go crazy. And they're like, no, they plead and beg and cry. Don't leave me. The narc gets off on that. That's what the narc wanted. So the discard sometimes is not even a real discard. It's just a threat to get the victim to act accordingly. So if you act like you're too strong and too independent, the narc will say, I'm gonna leave. I'm going to leave. So you can get on your knees and beg the narc. And beg, that's what they want. They do that because they want you to go below them. I can't think of the right term. They do it to gain advantage. They act in that way to gain advantage. Because now they want to put you in a place where you feel like you need them. That's the game. And once you know one narc, you know them all. That's the game that they play. I've had love interests from many years ago that I didn't know were narcs, that now I know they were narcs because of the games that they play. They do things to get you to chase. They play these games to get you to be in a position where, oh, I gotta chase this person. I gotta show this person who I am. I gotta show my love. You don't gotta do all that for a person who really cares for you. You don't gotta chase that hard. You don't gotta chase, period. A person who really likes you, you don't have to chase. And they're not gonna play all these games where you feel like you constantly have to prove something to this person. So when they hoover you, it's another game. When they hoover you, it's a tactic to try to see where you at emotionally, to see if you're gonna fall back into the same trap. Because a lot of narcs, their ego is so, or their superficial ego, I guess. They want to prove it to themselves that I can get her back in line. I can get him back in line. Watch. Let me just make this phone call real quick and see how this person acts. They do that. Narcs do that. They'll come months later, or they will come years later, all with the same game. I love you, I miss you, I'm so sorry. Lies. They just want to get whatever they can get, and they'll be out your way when they're done doing what they need to do. It's not about you. When you're dealing with a narc, it's never about you. Ask a narc when they hoover you. For those of you who are like me, sometimes I'll play games, and I don't advise anyone who's not fully healed to do this, because you'll fall right back in the game. But if you know that you're fully healed and you're not going to fall for any other tactics, ask the narc, what do you really miss about me? And you know what they're gonna say? I miss the way you loved me. I miss the way you cared for me. I miss how great you were to me. It's all about them. Everything revolves around everything you did for them. That's the only thing they miss. They don't miss you as a person. They don't miss anything about you other than the things that they were getting out of you. That's what they miss. So it's very important for you to understand that. The people who do not have children with narcs, be grateful. Be grateful that you don't have kids with these people, because you don't have to ever deal with them. Don't ever pick up that phone. They are guaranteeing, they're so full of themselves that when they text you, when they call you, when they email you, they're like, I'm gonna get this person back. Watch. In the back of their minds, that's what they have in the back of their minds. Those are their thoughts. You have to understand that. Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong when they call and when they text. Don't answer. Block them. Block them off of everything. Prove them wrong. For those of you who co-parent with them, they hoover you even more because they have the excuse that, hey, we have children together, so you have to have contact. If it's not about your kid, there's no conversations that need to happen, because we already know they're gonna try it. They're gonna try it to get things out of you. Like I said, they might be bored with their new supply. The new supply might not be able to give the narc the things that you were able to give to them. It's all a game. It's all a game. These people don't care about nobody. When these narcs hoover back, please make them feel stupid. Please don't answer those phone calls. If you do, you're gonna go back to the same thing. They're gonna do the same thing over again. There's no changing these people. Hoovers are just another narc game to see where your mind is at. Don't fall for it. Please. Take it from a person who did. I did. Well, I wouldn't say I fully fell for it, because I was testing the waters. I was really testing. I had an idea that this person was not about nothing. And I was right. Before I go, I wanted to also say this. For those of you who were with a narc long-term or even short-term, if you experienced an illness, a family member's death, if you had to go to the hospital for whatever reason, if you just, were at a very low point, think of how the narc treated you during that point. If you're a woman, think about your pregnancies. How did this person act towards you during your pregnancies? Hospitalizations, any surgical procedure, any situation where you needed the narc, whether it was emotionally, medically, financially, any situation where you were at a low point in life, How did the narc treat you? If he's a real narc, I bet you he treated you badly. Think about those times when the narc hoovers. Think about those difficult times and how the narc treated you when the narc hoovers back. Give yourself a moment to think about those times before you respond. If you're even thinking about responding to a narc, think about those times and understand that's how they will always treat you. That's who they are. That's how they treat people when they are at their lowest. That's how they will treat you when you are at your lowest. Think about those times when you really needed the narc. Narcs are not there for people when they are needed. They are not there. A narc thinks for him or herself only. They think about themselves only. They are the most selfish people. They don't care about your financial. Narcs will take all your money or make you lose all of your money trying to satisfy them, trying to please them. They'll make you go broke and they won't care about it. That's how selfish these people are. Think about that before you think about answering a hoover, okay? And that's all I wanted to say. I want anyone who's being hoovered right now to think long and hard before you give a narc a second chance, okay? All right, hope everyone has a beautiful rest of their Monday. Bye-bye, guys. Till next time.